Fatima left with her 3 children and 1 suitcase, not because she wanted to, because the alternative was worse. She arrived in Houston through a refugee resettlement program at 34. She spoke no English. She had been a secondary school teacher in her home country. She had 3 children under 8, a suitcase, and what she describes as a very specific kind of anger that either destroys you or builds you. Fatima came from Somalia. She does not describe in detail what she left, only that it was not possible to stay and that her children needed a future she could not build there. Her first year in Houston was the hardest year of her life, a statement she makes with care. Given what she had already survived, English classes, bureaucratic processes for which she had no preparation, a city whose systems were entirely unfamiliar. I was a teacher, she says. I was not afraid of learning. But there is a difference between learning by choice and learning because you have no alternative. The second kind is faster, also more exhausting. In her second year, Fatima began volunteering at the resettlement organization that had helped her, first as a translator for new Somali arrivals, then as a community connector. She found that the gap between what was available and what new arrivals could access was enormous. Not because the services didn't exist, but because navigating them required knowledge no one was explicitly teaching. I had learned to navigate by making every mistake, she says. I decided I would help other people make fewer mistakes, not 0 mistakes, but fewer. She developed a navigation guide in Somali, Amharic, and Arabic, covering the first 90 days of resettlement in Houston. The guide became a program. The program became an organization. Fatima registered her nonprofit at 38. New Path Houston now serves over 600 refugee families annually with navigation services, legal rights education, and citizenship preparation. Fatima became a U.S. citizen at 40. She is now a recognized voice in Houston's refugee policy discussions. Her 3 children are all in school. Her eldest is preparing college applications. People ask me what I want for my children, she says. I tell them the same thing every parent wants. For them to have choices I didn't have, for their decisions to come from possibility, not from necessity. That is what this country is supposed to be able to provide. I am still working to make it more accurately that. Fatima turned her hardest experience into a guide for others who would walk the same path after her. That is the most repeating pattern in this entire channel. The people who have been through the hardest things choosing to make the path slightly easier for whoever comes next. Subscribe to Legacy Built. New story every week. Comment, what hard path have you walked that you could make easier for someone following behind you?